another episode of SCNS Live, the super cool nerd show. We thank you out there for joining us. I'm sorry, I'm just playing.
Well, way too sophisticated.
Way too sophisticated
not the vibe,
for me.
Jason.
Thank you.
It's not our vibe, man.
Anyway, everybody, welcome to the show. We're back for another week of news, nerds, and we're at the countdown. Do you like your little flag?
Happy Pride!
This was a gift from our friends over at Show Enough Studios. I was like, I'm going to give it to Cass. Anyway, we are on the road to San Diego Comic-Con. 30 days. Let's go. We're already starting to get the emails. The passes are on their way. We've got a better place to stay this time. That's not so much in the hood.
Maybe I won't fall off of my scooter.
We're not doing scooter riding anymore. No.
I almost died.
You've lost your scooter
You
privileges.
absolutely will fall off the
Bruise
scooter
about
if you
this big
ride the
on
scooter.
my, could not sleep on my side for 2 weeks. Oh, it was bad.
If you ride the scooter, you will fall off the scooter.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we're on the road to San Diego Comic-Con. I cannot wait to get there. Also, it's going to be my first vacation like in a while from work.
Congratulations.
Anyway, but we got other things to talk about. Of course, my name is Jason the X. I'm not doing this thing by myself. There's Cass.
I am Cass.
Yes. Over there, joining us again on the show. We're happy to have him.
Thank you.
Aaron Prado. Thank you,
Hey,
buddy.
appreciate you having me back.
Dude,
really appreciate it.
we always like having you on the show.
Thank you. Sometimes, only sometimes.
No.
Of course.
And of course, doing all of the hard lifting for this show, making everything look and sound good, it's Cora.
My posture is bad from trying to carry the show.
Her shoulders are very I was going to say they're very
Stressed.
broad, but they're just working overtime.
Right.
That's all they're doing.
Yeah. Also carrying that fashion, honestly.
Thank
The jacket,
man.
the lipstick.
Thank you. Oh my god.
They spend quite a bit of time on their makeup.
We have to even out your masculinity with some femininity.
I'm
It
really-
takes a lot.
Yeah.
Normally I'm the only guy on the show. It's
Exactly. I'm saying it takes a lot. And
Like
now
at least
we've
it's
got even
50-50
more
now, you know?
masculinity.
A little bit, just a little, a smidge.
Also, I was wearing an Indiana Jones, so that like brings up the masculinity.
Oh jeez.
Come on.
Anyway.
Raised in the last time.
All right, we've got a lot to talk about this week, but of course we want to start off. I mean, we had PlayStation, we had Xbox. Here comes Nintendo
For the virgins.
with the.
Hey.
Wait a minute. I danced a little bit too long, and it took me way too long to remember saying virgins.
This mother. Anyway, Nintendo Direct, which had some.
No, it's just for the virgins.
It is not for that. Anyway, Nintendo Direct did just happen, thankfully.
Yeah.
Just like last week, which
No, it happened this week.
Two days ago.
2 days ago.
it's been a weird week with the holiday
Yeah,
in the
dude.
middle. I've been
Yeah,
thinking, like,
it happened on Tuesday.
sorry, I know we had that holiday.
Yeah.
Just threw
Like,
you off.
it was a very robbed weekend, almost,
Right.
it felt like. But I'm excited. There's only one game I really cared about in that whole lineup.
Luigi's Mansion 2.
I mean,
Is that a thing?
yes, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
Is
Yeah,
it?
the remaster is
Oh,
going to be coming to the
remaster.
Switch.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm so sorry. I will stop interrupting you.
But Cora does have a complete list of everything. Of course, we are. You're playing Nintendo games, so.
Oh, I have.
Okay.
I have a working
So-
NES
so-
in my house right now.
So really, there's only one person here. Anyway, Cora.
I mean, you know how I feel about Nintendo games. I screeched at you while we were attempting to play Donkey
That
Kong
is the
Country.
only description
Dude,
that is fair.
Funny you say that.
Okay.
So we're gonna actually. So the list I have is not in order of the direct, which whatever. We don't need the order. We're just
We're
talking about the games. But I'm gonna bring up Donkey Kong Country Returns is going to be coming to the Nintendo
That's gonna be
Switch.
fun. That's
You
gonna
can
be
play
fun.
it 2-player with your buddies.
I mean, would it be anything else? Come on.
I mean, yeah, and specifically, it's
Diddy Kong.
2-player at the same time. So
It's like the original.
Oh, nice.
I'm
Well, I
assuming
guess-
so. Yes, I didn't play the original Returns.
Oh, that's right. I guess you couldn't play at the same time. Yeah,
Yeah, in Donkey Kong Country, you took
Yeah.
turns.
yeah that's right.
In Donkey Kong Country Returns, it will be you play together,
That's
like
a
that.
nice.
I like that.
which I truly cannot wait to see Cass and Jason play again.
I wonder if I wonder if I'll get less angry if I don't have to sit there and watch him
And wait.
actively doing
No,
something.
And wait for your turn.
Yeah,
I
Might be a fool.
I think that's where the frustration comes
Yeah,
in.
no, I get you on that. I get you.
Anyway,
Yeah, it'll just be Cass yelling at you the whole time.
Hurry up and die.
well, like
I
Donkey
get
Kong
very
does to Diddy
intense.
Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It'll just be Donkey Kong yelling at Diddy Kong the whole time.
the
Anyway.
whole time. Alright, but moving right along from that, we have the game that I jumped out of my seat for.
Oh.
That was Legend of Zelda Echoes. There we go. Echoes of Wisdom. Sorry, I couldn't read the screen. It is a Zelda-led Zelda game, so Zelda will be the hero instead of Link. She's saving Link. I love that.
Okay.
Vindication.
I agree.
Vindication.
Aaron, you made the point. This should be called Legend of Link.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
No, I made that
was
point.
her.
Oh, that was you.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be called Legend of Link. One of y'all said.
Yeah.
I agree. It should be Legend of Link. Let's just go ahead and just like shift it all the way over. But I think it's a cute game. Yeah, it reminds. We were talking about Wind Waker.
Yes.
Yeah. It has Wind Waker vibes.
Yes.
Classic game. One of my favorites.
Oh, no. I'm good. Okay. Sorry. I'm stupid.
Was
Anyway,
there a mic off?
No. I thought it was.
Oh, okay.
I was just wrong. No, the premise of the game is, like, Link falls into a pit of darkness, and Zelda has to go save her boo. And she does that with a magical wand that can, like, copy things. So she can copy, like, a table and then recreate that table in the wild. So she can use that table to, like, get up on higher cliffs, for example. Or copy enemies, and then she can use those enemies to fight for her. Like, I love it.
It's an interesting mechanic. I'm interested.
Yeah, there's all kinds of different things you can copy and all that. I'm excited to see how it works. And of course, it's in the cute style of Link's Awakening remake, which I love the little toy
These
style.
are games I love on my Switch because they're like takeaway games.
Right.
Go do
Yeah.
I will say my D&D brain does kick into gear and immediately tries to figure out how to break that mechanic.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, and I saw a photo of it where they were matching it up with what was the one on the Super Nintendo, Link to the Past, and
Yeah.
the map was lighting up properly.
Yeah, so, and that doesn't surprise me because they're using the same designs from A Link to the Past.
Okay.
Oh.
Like with Ganon and Zelda's dress, like all of that is the same from that game.
era.
So I'm fine with that. They were also using the music too.
Oh,
I did.
Less,
Less
less Daddy Ganon than I prefer, but I'm okay with that.
Oh, jeez.
You know what? Same though.
Yeah.
I mean, moving along though before Jason dies, we'll go ahead and talk about the one that he like is about to explode from, and that is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond.
I'm so happy.
Can I make a mean comment that'll make Cass sad?
Yeah.
We got a Metroid Prime 4 before we got Silk Song. Silk Song was announced, I think, around the time as Metroid Prime 3.
Oh wow, okay.
And we have a
Wii.
whole new game. I'm sorry.
I've just accepted the fact that, like, in my head, I'm just like, I'm never gonna get this game. And then when it does happen in 2037, I'll be like, oh wow, look, we got some
The
stuff.
thing I liked about this trailer is we get the classic, the ship coming in. Here's Samus. I'm like, oh, cool trailer. No gameplay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it looked really cool.
yes, it
I haven't even
does.
seen it yet.
I've stated my love of Metroid on this show, and I know people. It's been a bit divisive on the Prime.
There
series.
is, and I don't understand it. I mean, I get it kind of like it's a sort of a different sort of story branch or whatever, but like, it's still such a great game.
And everyone complaining. We have Metroid Dread. We got a side-scrolling Metroid game that I played the crap out of.
But the one on the GameCube when it popped off,
Yeah.
it was so good. It was beautiful. I love the soundtrack, the ambiance. You could. I'm big into scanning things. I love that in video games. I don't know
And
why.
that mechanic is
But
definitely
and you can scan things. And you get to see that just learn different parts of the story, and you learn about the bird folk, whatever their names were. I can't think of it.
I can't remember.
Yeah, whatever it was. But yeah, I'm excited with you.
I'm excited. I can't wait. Yes, bring it on. And I got some news
Chozo.
going. I've got some news going into that too. But we'll continue.
Moving along, and unless Cass has opinions on Metroid.
Prime.
The most recent Metroid game that I played was Super Metroid.
Oh,
so
that's
I
a solid
don't know.
game.
I mean,
that's a
It's
solid
fair
game.
enough.
Yeah.
Honestly.
All right, we have 2 new Mario games coming out. We have a new Mario Party Jamboree, which that honestly looks really good. They're
And
enlarged,
those games always sell.
making the maps bigger, adding new mechanics to it, like the beach maps. The tide will change your path.
Oh, cool.
A volcano will change your path. There's one that's a shopping mall. Sometimes the stars will go on sale.
Oh, that's cool.
Like the little
I like
stuff like
that.
that. Of course, new mini games. Mario Party always a winner.
Always fun.
Yeah, I mean, let's get 4 controllers together.
Yeah.
It's time to Make some friends and end some friendships.
And this is the biggest thing that I will say for Nintendo is that they're the only major company focusing on couch co-op. And, like, they're the only ones doing that. And I really, really appreciate that because that is, like, one of my great loves of my childhood was sitting on a couch with my siblings
Nintendo
and playing
64, 007.
And during the strike, when we weren't covering things, we were playing co-op games that were on Switch.
Yeah.
And again, screaming.
Yeah. Specifically in Kirby's Dream Buffet.
I was so mad about it.
But we're also getting a new Mario and Luigi game, which is one we haven't gotten in a while since the DS. We're getting Mario and Luigi Brothership.
I love the artwork on this game.
I do too. It's so cute.
It's a unique style.
Yes.
Again, we get to have the brothers. I am so excited. And someone pointed out, like, this is a proof. Like, not that Nintendo isn't the proof to begin with, but it's proof that you can have a game that you don't have to see the pores of every single character to enjoy the game. Like, you can have a stylized game and it still be good.
Yeah.
I like a solid Mario game, so I'm kind of hyped for this one. Mainly, I do like that art style. I like the cooperative play, which it makes sense. It's a Mario Brothers
Right.
game.
Mario game. Can't go. See, this one, I'm very excited for. Jason had mentioned I hadn't said anything because I'm waiting.
Yeah.
So, Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. This has been rumored for months, and I haven't reported on it only because it has been rumors and like a poster with the name of it, and that's all we've had. They haven't said if it's a remake, a 2D remake, like whatever it is. And now we have confirmation and proof that it's coming, and I'm really, really excited. I love the Dragon Quest games. They're really fun. But not only are we getting it for Dragon Quest 3, we're also getting Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remakes. So the first 3 Dragon Quest games, which is all like one story, will have this update.
I mean, give me all of the pick up and play small character RPG games because they are perfect for Switch.
Oh, absolutely.
Like I'm stuck in an airport.
Something to do.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm in the back of an Uber. I'm, avoiding my family in the toilet.
Gotta do.
I'm wondering if I wouldn't be so hard on Nintendo if I had a Switch.
I mean, the Switch is a good machine.
Because I do love that aspect of it, that you just pick it up wherever you are. Like, that is an amazing, amazing thing that nobody else is trying to do.
No one has excelled. We've talked about this multiple times. No one has dominated the portable gaming market as much as Nintendo.
Yeah.
Whether it be any Game Boy,
how many times has PlayStation tried to do so and always sunk their ship?
And now they have one that you have to be like 30 feet away from your PlayStation and then you can play.
Right. Right, yeah.
The PSP was great.
Yes.
It really was, but...
And then they discontinued it and didn't want to keep it. I'm like, no.
It had so many cool, technological features that it had available.
You could play movies on it.
Yeah.
I had one one time. My last deployment overseas, I got a PSP, and I think I played the Marvel superheroes game on there, and that was a solid system. But I guess, but getting back to it, no one has dominated the market.
Yeah, no,
you've had multiple DSs.
Oh yeah, I still have both of my DSs.
My kids still have their DSs and everything.
I have a Game Boy Color.
I wish I had my original Game Boy, the first one.
Oh,
yeah,
those green
Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, the 2 different DS systems, now the Switch.
Yeah.
And the fact that we can play those Game Boy and DS games on the Switch, now you're just showing off.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah. But yeah, Dragon Quest HD 2D remakes are coming out, so very excited. If you haven't played the Dragon Quest games, this is a really good time to give that a shot. Please. They're really good. These are classics that aren't just me being excited like I am with Suikoden.
And usually they aren't that expensive either.
Yeah, they're not that expensive. Also,
$15 game, bring it on. RPG, yeah.
The late great Akira Toriyama did all the art direction for these games.
Oh, now I'm sad.
Suffer. Anyways. Another game that I'm really excited for, Ace Attorney Investigations.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Quiet. So this will have the first 2 investigation games on it. I say first 2, the 2 investigation games on it. I'm very excited. America only ever got the first one. We never got the second one because they're like, Ace Attorney isn't popular enough in America to even warrant any more. And yet, it's one of Capcom's highest selling games in the United States.
Yeah.
Is it really? Wow.
It's one of the proper, like, even if people don't play all of the games, if you're like, do you know what Ace Attorney is?
Yeah.
Anyone at a convention will be like, oh yeah,
Yeah,
I know
of course.
exactly what that
It's
game
the one
is.
where Jason is the lead guy.
Objection?
I mean,
What?
there is a
Do the
dude.
show.
There is a
Oh,
dude that
sure.
Jason could flawlessly cosplay from those
Who?
games. One of the prosecutors. We just need to put a white streak in your hair.
Okay.
Actually, no, I take that back. There's two.
Oh,
There's one
jeez.
with a white streak in his hair.
Pick
and
my
then
next cosplay.
And then there's one that we just give you some coffee and a mask.
I mean, I do like coffee.
It's perfect. Anyways,
I
that's not the
still
point.
like that.
With
She loves Ace.
coffee for the hype factor, or like a physical cup of coffee?
A physical cup of
Oh,
coffee.
okay, I thought you just meant that he had to be really,
Speaking
really
of coffee.
caffeinated in order to
Because I
pull
know
off.
how
no,
much
no.
of a fan she is of
No, I
Ace
understand.
Attorney. One of my favorite wrestling organizations, New Japan Wrestling, has a wrestler, Hiroshi Tanahashi.
Okay.
He is the leader of the locker room, so he is known as the Ace.
Okay.
Oh.
Hiroshi is actually a licensed attorney as well.
No.
So I send her this, and she's familiar with New Japan wrestlers because she likes their costume. I was like, Hiroshi Tanahashi is the Ace of New Japan and an attorney. What is he, Hannah? I'm sorry. What is he, Cora? What is he? What is he, Cora?
He's an ace attorney.
Yeah! Our next text was just, oh God, no. I was like, say it. You say it.
It is the one time I regret not going into the law, because I could have been an ace attorney.
But yes.
Yeah.
I know you're always excited for more Ace Attorney. And you know what?
Yeah.
No, those games are solid.
Yeah.
Like as far as like you will pay money for those.
Yeah, if you haven't played the Ace Attorney games, they are weird and fun. You are solving murders the whole time, but you are interrogating people with names like Lotta Hart or a parrot.
I could hear his eyes roll.
Amazing.
Lotta Hart's one of my favorite characters. She's such a bitch.
I know, but that name.
She is
Literally heard his
yeah,
eyes roll.
Lotta, Lotta. I know there's so much you go to. They're great, and the investigation games continued on with that greatness tradition. But instead of playing as Phoenix Wright, you play as Miles Edgeworth, which is his rival. You also get some backstory on Miles in one of the stories. It's really fun. 10 out of 10.
She'll have it.
I will definitely have it. Of course, we got more information on Nintendo World Championships, which is the Nintendo game where you can do speed runs with classic Mario games, classic Nintendo games. And they confirmed that you can put up your times, so you can like
Leaderboard it.
leaderboard,
Bragging
compete
rights.
against
Yep.
other people to see who can get the better time. There's also in-game tips and tricks, so you can learn how to do some of the tips and tricks from some of these classic games. And in-game challenges that are actual speedrun challenges that you can try yourself.
I want that competition aspect. I really do.
Yeah.
I could run Ninja Gaiden pretty fast.
The only one
Yeah.
that I think I could even show up for is Mega Man X.
Ooh,
I can
that's
beat that game
can you?
very quickly.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm not good at that one.
I used to have it on my phone.
Oh, really?
I still want to try
See,
on
I-
Metroid.
Mega Man X is
Yeah.
not on this one.
Oh no.
These are like classic. Like, this is the NES edition.
Ooh, so you got
Okay.
the original Mega Man. Then.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
Actually, I don't even think I'm looking at the pictures on the
That's my most expensive cart
Yeah.
right there.
OG
Yeah, I
Mega
bet.
Man is not on here, but the OG Zelda's on here. Kirby,
Ooh.
Metroid,
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3,
Okay, that makes sense.
Those games are made for speed.
Ice
Absolutely.
Climbers.
Ooh, Ice Climbers could be fun for speed
Yeah,
running.
that
Yeah.
could. That could.
It'll just be really fun. It's a fun little
Yeah,
game.
you talk
I'm still
about this
happy
game.
about
It still sounds fun.
Fairy Tail 2 video game. No one cares about that. I
Okay.
certainly don't. Fantasia Neo Dimension.
I only care about it because of the composer. It's
Yeah.
Nobuo Uematsu, who
Yeah.
is to date probably still my favorite video game composer of all time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Just
Yeah,
the absolute
those were
amazing
solid.
composer.
Yeah, that's most of my interest in it too. Also, it's an interesting concept. It's another RPG, very Final Fantasy-esque in its look, which is not a problem to me at least.
A lot of those games look JRPGs.
Yeah.
A lot
A lot,
of them like that.
very similar.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, and this one feels very Final Fantasy-esque because it's mixing fantasy with sci-fi, which is Final Fantasy's bread and butter.
Yeah.
But the part that I think is interesting is you can save battles for later because you can choose the trajectory of your magic from the turn-based system. So you can save like 10 battles with some like minor fights that you just run into in the wild and just obliterate rows of them at a time. And that's just really cool.
Yeah.
And then you get all the XP from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It's a very different form of grinding that I
Yeah.
appreciate. Yeah.
It makes grinding not seem so
It makes
bad.
me not have to walk a box in the middle of the desert for 45 minutes.
To try to trigger the advance,
Yeah.
that way you can get the
Yeah.
tagging. Yeah, Oh, yeah.
So yeah, just a fun new little game with some baller soundtrack gonna be with it. Nintendo Switch Sports added a new game, which is basketball.
I look forward to failing at that.
Just like we all did
Digitally,
with,
I can't play basketball.
like we all did with the Wii.
Oh, I missed that.
Exactly.
Wii Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've got Advance. We got Joy-Cons now.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
we
not going to make me more athletic.
swing and a miss.
Whoosh.
Anyway,
Nothing but the net at the bottom.
Mio Memories in Orbit. That one looked really cute. I didn't pay
Yeah,
super attention to
I didn't
it.
get a lot from that one. Just
Yeah, it did. The art style looks cute.
I'll wait to see more on that one.
Yeah.
Disney's Illusion Island. I'm just excited because I like the style that it is some of my favorite some of my favorite Mickey cartoons.
I hate Mickey Mouse.
That's fair.
I hate everything about it.
It's a Disney. It'll bring in some titles or some money.
It just makes me angry. I don't like the cut of his jib.
Yeah. The roundness of his ears
I
always made me mad.
I don't care for it.
That high-pitched voice.
It's okay. We have something more a casual, or not casual, but like more fun speed, which is Hello Kitty Island Adventure.
Okay.
Which
alright.
I did have a good laugh about because I remember the World of Warcraft episode of South Park
Yes.
where
Yes.
they're like, Butters, but you have a computer. What do you mean you don't play WoW?
Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. So I don't know if this game existed before this, but now it exists.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Just be careful pissing off the Hello Kitty community. You know?
Right,
Oh,
it is
they're
huge.
vicious.
Did y'all know that Hello Kitty is not a cat, but a girl in a cat costume?
That's news to
Yes.
Yes.
me. I did not know.
She
I'm
also
part Japanese.
has
I knew this.
Okay, well, yeah.
She also has a boyfriend.
That doesn't surprise me.
No.
You can tell. She's
Do
got
you
that
ever
confidence.
get to see the human, or is it always
No.
just the
No.
costume?
She's
No.
in
It's
a
like Dr. Claw, man.
Okay.
She's
Well,
in a
that's
kitty
not true.
costume, so
You
she
ha-
matches
there is
all
a-
the animals.
Nope, that's
There's
not
a
canon.
toy.
That's not canon.
It's a toy.
Nope.
It's like very intense furry.
That's
She
it.
lives the life.
Seriously,
Yeah.
she's a furry.
It's all about the life.
This one I think I just literally like fast forwarded through. It's Looney Tunes Wacky World of Sports.
Yeah, sure.
Just didn't give a crap
Seems a
about
bit
that.
of a reach, but
2 new classes are coming to Among Us. I forgot what they were already because I'm that guy.
oh yeah.
Phantom.
Phantom. Oh yeah, Phantom.
And,
I'm still mad
I don't
at
know.
them.
I don't play it.
We need to play Among Us.
They made me so
God.
mad.
We need to play Among
If you
Us.
think
Oh my
When they
if you
re-
think our friendship was close to breaking with Donkey Kong, if you kill me in a game, I will kill you in real
when
life.
they were going to release it when they released the PlayStation VR 2, and I got super excited, and then all of a sudden you stopped hearing about it,
Oh.
and it just disappeared to never be seen or heard from. I even hit them up on all the apps or whatever. You'd be like, "Hey guys, whatever happened to the VR launch?" And nothing. I wanted to play it on VR because I saw the little
Remember
clips
the
on.
feeling of getting stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Well, no, but it's just because it's a simplistic game, so it's
It
not a
is,
lot
yeah.
that's involved in it. So it's very easy to port to a VR system, right?
Yeah.
And it just looked really fun in VR. Like I could just see playing with my friends and be like, I love VR. It's super addicting. But anyways, I was a little disappointed. I was a little sad.
That's fair.
I do want to play that with the crew. Like
I would like to play Among Us again now that I have a working computer.
The hell?
when I played it before, my laptop like bugged out and no one could hear me on the microphone trying to defend myself that I wasn't the killer, because I wasn't.
So you kept getting thrown off the boat?
So I got thrown off the boat because they're like, she's being quiet. That's suspicious. And I had sent in the in-game chat, my microphone is not working.
But they don't believe
This is
you.
where I was. They didn't look at it because no one opened to the chat because we were in a voice call.
Totally makes sense.
And then when they figured out what it was and they saw that I wasn't the imposter, they felt real bad.
I'll tell you, I when I am the killer, I will pull the race card to keep throwing me off.
Dude, I'm Captain Chaos. I will sit there and make you think it's me when it's not even me, just to throw off the game.
Here's the thing. I'm actually very susceptible to that because I'm very easily distracted. I had one of my friends convinced me in what's the card game
Werewolf.
Secret Hitler.
Oh.
Somebody convinced me that I was a Nazi, even though I knew I wasn't.
Think werewolf,
Just
but
because-
Hitler.
What do you got? Stockholm syndrome or something?
Moving along, Farmagia, another JRPG where you farm your monsters. Literally, your crops are monsters.
Oh.
Nice.
Which is, honestly, that sounds kind of fun. It sounds like a farming game mixed with Dynasty Warriors, and that's just really funny to me.
Dynasty Warriors.
A game that I truly did not care about, and again, fast-forwarded through, was Funko Fusion.
No, I'm good.
Makes me mad that it exists.
We don't need anything
good.
It's literally
Funko.
Like Funko.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
No, thank
oh.
Yeah. You're a Funko Pop
I'm over that
of
addiction.
different characters playing in different.
I have so
Funko
many
places.
Masters of the Universe because I got an addiction at one point.
It's so capitalism.
It
Yeah.
is, but I
Crazy.
love like every time they release one, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so awesome.
They got you collectors for a while.
Yeah.
And then you got wise.
Oh yeah,
You were
yeah.
like, oh,
Now,
okay,
well,
let me get some
I
quality.
what it
things.
was is I scratched my itch. I got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm good. I'm not searching. I'm not hunting them down anymore.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like I got it out of my system.
I get that.
The only Funko Pop that I have that I bought myself was the Blackjack one because there is literally no merch for that anime, period. So I just take what I can get.
Yeah, I think I have a Death from Sandman one.
Yeah.
And a couple others.
I'm so mad how much I spent for my Captain Jean-Luc Picard Funko Pop.
Oh, we don't need to talk about that. Moving along, of course,
People and
Luigi's
their
Mansion.
silly addictions. Can we move on, please? Can we move on, please?
Luigi's Mansion 2
Yes.
HD remake is coming to the Switch. We talked about that earlier. We're all very, very excited.
Yeah.
That is cool.
The new Denpa Man, I truly don't know what this is.
There was a lot of them. In
Yeah,
there, and I was like,
there's- I don't care.
Moving into some remake stuff. Darkest Dungeon 2. Darkest Dungeon 2 is coming out. It's not a remake, but it is a continuation of Darkest Dungeon.
Yeah.
So we're getting a new Darkest Dungeon game. Metal Slug Attack
Yes.
Reloaded.
Oh, there you go.
That's,
There
you
that's
go.
coming out.
That is a
That'd be
Switch
fun.
game right
That'd be
there.
fun.
Phantom Brave, The Lost Hero. It's another JRPG that I
mean, they're perfect for Switch. That's why we got so many of them.
Yeah, I'm not mad about it. Just Dance 2025 edition.
Sure.
I mean, it's Just Dance. There's nothing wrong with it. It's another great dance game with fun songs. Yay!
My wife plays Just Dance, but we'll only
Oh,
play
really?
that in our bedroom.
Did y'all know that there is a storyline in Just
Yes,
Dance? 'Cause
there is.
I sure as
I know
Yes,
fuck
there
there
is.
is one. I have no idea what's happening.
I watched someone break it down, and I just sat there with my jaw just on the floor, like, what?
Let me guess, it's
What?
the same one as Electric Boogaloo Breaking
Or-
2.
I
Oh,
would
I have
also
no
take
idea.
in Fame. Anyway.
Fame?
Oh, I was gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's. No,
What?
very different storyline.
That is, yeah.
Okay, the day I see an 8-hour breakdown of
Yeah.
a Just Dance lore is the day that I need to just play Just Dance.
Yeah.
I understood why there was 8 hours for Five Nights at Freddy's.
And yet I'm still not gonna play any of their games.
That's pretty fun in VR.
What, FNAF?
No, Five Nights.
Yeah,
Yeah, FNAF.
yeah, FNAF.
Oh, is that how you say? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
realize.
just the
Oh,
abbreviation.
It's the abbreviation.
gotcha.
That is... No! I already get scared watching a robot jump out.
It's pretty
On the
frightening.
screen.
It's pretty
I
frightening.
don't-
It's all jump scares.
Yeah, I don't do those
Yeah.
well. I don't need to see Freddy Fazbear decide that he wants to chomp my head off in VR so that I can scream.
And the lights go out and they come on and he's slowly getting closer to you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I don't need my entire neighborhood knowing what's going on because I've screamed,
It's all anxiety.
run out of my house.
It's
Yeah, no thank
all
you.
anxiety. Yeah, I could barely get through it.
Moving along though, the game that had everyone popping up in the club here, the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
Oh my god.
That is...
Out of left field and absolutely
Bring on the thumb blisters.
Dude, I didn't see this coming, but also we get all of them.
All of them.
Bring it.
Like all the characters from all of them?
All the games.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's all the Marvel vs. Capcom, all the Marvel, or all the like
Capcom versus X-Men. Marvel
cool.
versus Capcom 1 and
That's
2.
Cool.
Even the old Children of the Atom fighting game is in there. Capcom really milked that license, and honestly, I love every one. The Street Fighter versus X-Men game.
They're fun.
When that came out, I put so many quarters in. I'm buying that game just because of all the quarters I put in the game.
That's teaching them.
Like, at least I can cut off how much I paid.
All right, moving along. Stray is coming to the Nintendo Switch.
That's a good
Is that a kitty cat?
Yep.
Okay, it's like a cat similar?
Yeah.
Yep.
My daughter
Well,
and wife
kind
played
of. We have a new Lego game, and this is a new thing that the Lego game has done. Normally, the Lego games we get are based off of movies, TV shows, or comic books. But this time, it is Lego Horizon Adventures, which is based off. It is a Lego version of Horizon Zero Dawn.
No way.
Yeah, so it's a
love
Lego
that
version of a
game.
video game.
It looks so cute.
Yeah, it looks good.
And we got that Lego tall neck a little while ago. And this just makes me so happy.
I want it so bad.
What was her name?
Aloy.
That's it. Thank you.
We met her last year at SDCC, and I almost cried because I love that game
It's
so
so
much.
good. It's so good.
overwhelming.
We got to. She reenacted a gag I played on some friends 10 years ago, and she remembered it.
Really?
Yeah, some friends of mine were late, and I took a picture with her. I was like, "Oh, don't worry," because they were having dinner in a restaurant, and she remembered that.
Wow.
So I got to send it to
what a good memory.
former member of the crew, Des. I sent her the picture, and she didn't actually see it until I met up with her, and she was like, "Oh, what's that?" And she saw the picture of me and Ashley Birch flipping her off, and she just goes, "You're a monster." Like she remembered the guy.
And actually, you didn't get your karma until last month when Kat and I met Erika Ishii, who he has a giant crush on, took a picture with her, and so karma finally caught up to you.
Moving along before Jason kills somebody.
Maybe himself, because I'm so depressed off that anyway.
See, the 100 line Last Defense. This is a game. If you play Danganronpa, it's the same company. It's Danganronpa, but with more fighting, is what it looks like. That's all I got. Next up, though, I'm very excited about this one. It's another cozy game. Not that any game can't be cozy, but this is specifically a fun, cozy Hobbit game. Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game.
Okay.
Your goal is to, like, farm and make food for your neighbors and have, like, dinner parties. Like, that's all I want.
So it's like Sims, but you're in the Shire?
It's like a...
Think like Stardew Valley, Sims mix. Because you're growing and building, or you're growing crops. You're making your house a home. You're having dinner parties with your neighbors. That's how you make friends.
Okay. Every 5 days, Gandalf comes by and terrorizes everybody and then leaves.
Yeah, Gandalf is in the game.
Oh.
He'll show up to your village.
Of course.
You're not in the main village of the game, of the movies and books and all that, but you're not in Hobbiton, but you are in a Hobbit village.
Okay.
I can't stand those games. I can't play Stardew Valley. I've tried playing Animal Crossing. Can't do it. Hate them.
Yeah. Not my
This
cup.
might get me. It's Lord of the Rings, though, and God, I love Lord of the like. I don't think very few properties could get me with that. Lord of the Rings might.
Yeah, I mean, who here doesn't want to live a Hobbit life?
Seriously.
They do eat some good food, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Lots of meals.
Yeah, they're gonna have to upgrade their ale to whiskey, and then I'm good.
Yeah. Moving along, Romancing Saga 2, Revenge of the thing I can't read.
Not in a million years.
Nope. Good.
Hard pass.
You both don't like Romancing Saga?
Do you?
I don't like romancing games. I don't do dating.
Yeah, you are the dating sim.
Never
person.
played a single
It's
one.
not a dating sim.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Romancing? What?
Saga is another JRPG.
Oh, well, I
The
have no
name
dogs.
throws you off.
Yeah, the name throws you off. It is a JRPG.
Especially the person delivering the news.
Mean and rude. Very fair, though.
Thank you.
Trust me, if there had
At
been
least
a
we're all
dating
being honest here.
Pretty biased.
there will be a remake or a re-release of Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening and Four
Bring
Swords
it.
collection.
Bring it.
Very excited about. I'm always excited for more A Link to the Past. It was the first Zelda game I ever played.
Oh, really?
One of
Yeah.
the greatest.
Oh.
Fantastic.
I mean, yeah. Legend of Zelda. Let's go.
Right, and then we get into the thing I'm very excited about, and that is Nintendo 64 17 Plus collection. So this is the mature collection for N64, and the 3 games we have for that are going to be Turok Dinosaur Hunter,
Oh, shit.
Metroid Zero Mission,
Okay.
Bring it.
and Perfect Dark.
That's a good one. That's a good
Dude,
one.
I'm so excited they're going back to this one.
I thought for a second in my mind that you were gonna say Conker's Bad Fur
I
Day.
did too.
When
Everyone's
you said
been
adult,
requesting that.
yeah.
I
That
think
was rare. Yeah.
I think Perfect Dark, it's been so long that you're allowed some license, some
It
creative
was.
license
It
with
was
this.
a good game.
It was a good game.
It was a good game.
So
I'm thinking with Conker's, Rare is very iffy on that one.
Yeah.
Like they released it with their whole chest and went, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't have done that.
It was especially for Nintendo. It was very adult.
But to go back to being
Oh, yeah,
Joanna
yeah.
Dark, in Perfect Dark, hell yes.
Yeah.
It's been so long, but yeah, in 64 games.
That was the same people that made 007, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're similar games.
Yeah,
in a
they're
lot of
very
ways.
similar in
It's
style. I
gotta
don't know
be.
I'm not
I
gonna
think
say 100% sure, but I would like at least put a bet
maybe
down.
on the same game
Or-
engine. I have to
Yeah.
research.
I think last week we talked about Perfect Dark and we
Yeah.
mentioned that it was the same company.
Oh, okay.
wait,
I
oh,
did-
wait, no.
Appeared.
Yeah.
It wasn't
I've
here.
heard a lot.
It wasn't here. It was actually at with my movie night crew. We were talking about it.
We talked about it on the show.
Oh, we
as well.
did.
Yeah, I
Okay,
brought it up.
It was a coincidence then.
Yeah.
Because we got that and Fable announced on the.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
They took the tags on Twitter or the
Yeah.
app names on Twitter.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, so we're getting Perfect Dark at some point. So
And here you go.
Yeah.
All right, and that is everything from the Nintendo Direct.
I mean, I love my Switch. So bring it on.
That's exciting.
I'm just glad that some of these games are coming out later.
And I know we're going to run long a little bit off that, but we didn't want to talk about. I mean, we gave Xbox their flowers, we gave PlayStation theirs. Let's talk about Nintendo.
Yeah, especially because there seems to be a lot more Nintendo games that we're all excited for, even if it's ones we're not going to play.
It's Nintendo
Like I'm
too.
I'm probably not going to play Mario and Luigi Brother Sphere.
I will essentially most of these games
If
I'll
it
play
comes
if I'm
up,
at a
I'll play
party,
That's it.
Oh,
right there.
yeah.
which is
Mhm.
what Nintendo's going for. We
Yes.
all know it.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario
Good
Party's
social
probably
games.
Extremely good social.
like
games.
we're like in the house. We're probably going to buy Mario Party because we have 3 teenagers in the house.
Oh, that's fun then.
They like playing. 2 of them at least like playing games with people. Maybe. Ooh, nope. I changed my mind.
Scratch that.
It's for parties. It's for families. It's for hanging out.
It is for trying to keep kids from killing each other.
Exactly. Or getting cast to kill people.
You know, fun stuff.
All right.
Anyways, now that we've gone through the whole direct talking about it, I think we should jump into some super cool nerd news. What do you think?
I believe you said it just fine. So, segueing off of that Nintendo thing, everybody out there, you enjoying your Nintendo Switches? I love mine, portable system. Take it out of the dock, continue playing with my Pro Controller and everything, and then you start to realize my Nintendo Switch is 8 years old.
That just blows my mind.
That is that is definitely system end of life.
Yeah.
So, the rumor is that, yes, we are getting a new generation of the Nintendo Switch. It's not going to be called Nintendo Switch 2. It's not. It should be called Super Nintendo Switch. Just saying. Just saying.
That would be kind of funny.
My suggestion, Super Nintendo Switch. If you haven't noticed,
Sniff.
and it's something I have noticed, anyway, I've noticed that when I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom that my Switch starts getting a little bit warm. It is trying to run all those beautiful graphics and everything.
See, it's pushing the processor.
And Nintendo has basically rumored that Metroid Prime, the new Metroid Prime, is going to be the last big game they release on the Nintendo Switch. Because it is going to be pushing the boundaries of what that machine is capable of. Now, we do have the new OLED, which is a little bit bigger in graphics, a little bit more processing power, but it's also not there. Also, I don't have one. My Nintendo Switch is running just fine. So, the rumors of the Nintendo Switch Part 2, whatever, some of the things that, one thing is, this game system was already supposed to have been announced. Delays and product are why they have delayed it, because they want this game to be available. They do not want a repeat of what happened with the PS5 and the Xbox.
That's going to be my first guess.
So likely what we're looking at is a Q1 announcement for the Nintendo Switch. We're right on the heels of this. Some improvements, 4K capability, nice. 8-inch screen, a lot of backward compatibility with older Joy-Con controllers and games, and even, which a system that I didn't even think about because I thought the Joy-Con system was just fine, replacing that with magnets.
Okay.
Really?
Get that clack sound when it goes in there. We are looking at.
I'm gonna break it, but.
We're looking at NVIDIA powering some of the graphics of it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So we don't have a lot of detail, but they've even alerted the general public we are working on the next generation of the Nintendo Switch, which does make sense. It's an 8-year-old system. We are quickly approaching the 9th year of this system.
That's insane.
And think about all your systems before that. It's time. Also, as these games get more and more complex, we need more processing power. We need more cooling power.
Yep. That's
going to have to end up a bigger machine. I don't know what they're going to do as far as the design, because honestly, I think the design for the Switch is pretty perfect, honestly.
There's also...
And you've got options, too.
Yeah, when you're dealing with something that is meant to be held in your hands, you do have fewer options. Like, the PlayStation 5 looks kind of stupid, but it doesn't matter, because it's just sitting next
I never
to a
look
television.
at mine, yeah.
It just doesn't matter. That is not true with something that you're holding in your hands.
Right.
They just don't have as
It
many
needs to be
options.
comfortable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It needs to be thin, it needs to be lightweight, it needs to be comfortable. And to be honest, Joy-Cons aren't. Like, they're just not comfortable. And we talked about it, I think, last week, that they have some bigger versions of the handles to make it more like a traditional controller. Because my brother used to be a trucker, and he was trying to play Hollow Knight, which is one of the more intense platformers. Yeah. And he actually developed, like, not permanent, but, like,
carpal?
long, lasting damage. Not even carpal, but, like, in his thumbs and in his thenar muscle. Your thenar muscle is this one.
Just from just being in that
just
position.
From trying to play such an intense game with those kind of awkward holding. So.
And admittedly, I use my Pro controller a lot. I'll have it sit there, but I will use my Pro controller.
Right.
Because honestly,
please do that. It's significantly better for you.
And the Pro controller is one of the best controllers out there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't even know the last time I charged mine. It's just got a charge
that
on it.
good, really.
Very comfortable. So
you can't say that about Sony.
I do want something a bit more. You bring that up. I think with the new generation of Switch, something definitely more ergonomical.
Yeah.
Because we've done this. I think the Switch Lites, being they're a bit smaller, they're a little bit easier to handle, but the OLEDs are, of course, bigger. And I haven't handled one, but I would think that it will be a little bit more strain on the hands.
Yeah, and especially when you're playing those intense kind of platformer games where you need to be able to push buttons really quickly.
That makes sense.
Get to you after a while.
I find it better when I can take the Joy-Cons off and play it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You've got the Switch too. What's your play style on the Switch?
The play style. Oh goodness, I forgot how words work. My play style personally is I leave the Joy-Cons in the console itself if I'm not playing it on the TV, and if I am, I have the little thing that it came with to put the Joy-Cons in.
Yeah, so you want a controller.
Yeah, the only time I've ever played a game where I didn't do that was Skyward Sword, the HD remake.
Oh.
Okay. Because you're meant to actually swing the sword and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to do that when it's in the dock.
Yeah, I think on the next generation,
or at least dangerous.
I would like to see it a bit more ergonomical. What would you like to see? What's your downside to playing it in that way?
Legitimately, how to hold it. The Joy-Cons themselves are so small. Like, it works when it's in the Switch itself. Yeah. But when it's not, I have tiny hands. I have baby hands. And it's still a little... Does that get you?
She does.
No, when you said that, all I could think of is a never-ending story where it's the rock guy. Are these not strong hands? That's all that popped in my head. Sorry, my brain.
You're fine. You're fine.
The
I love that
nothing is
movie.
coming for you,
Yes.
video games.
Oh god. Oh god. But no, my hands are already really small, and the fact that the Joy-Cons feel really small in my hand, I can only imagine how they feel in, like, Jason's hands.
Yeah.
I think we put up with a lot from the Switch because we do have it in our hand. And it is so good. You know, we'll power through it, you know.
Oh, wait, also Super Mario Galaxy, because jumping and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, look for an announcement for the Nintendo, the next generation of Nintendo Switch after the new year.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
I do appreciate that they are slowing down on this and waiting until they have enough product available.
That's nice.
Let's not get it out there and then it. Because I think even with the Switch, they were a bit hard to find at first.
At first, but it eased really.
The debacle of the PlayStation 5. We don't want that.
The big reason they became hard to find was because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, it was when the pandemic happened.
Supply.
Yeah, there's definitely supply. So yeah, have the numbers to put on the shelves.
Yeah.
It's only going to help you sell them out. So
yeah.
I'm excited. I do want a new Switch. Although leave my dock the way. Can I keep my old dock?
I like.
Yeah,
that.
I like the dock.
It's same here.
If the dock can be used between both, that would be great.
That would be
I didn't realize how much I wanted backwards compatibility until the PlayStation said it wasn't going to be, and I was like, but I want to play God of War 2 on my PS4 and I can't.
Yeah.
Unless you get the PS3, the first edition one that allowed you to play backwards compatible with the ones before that. But yeah.
I got really pissed off.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Anyway.
cool.
Yeah.
Anybody got a video game they want to move to?
I actually have a Nintendo game.
Then hit it.
A Nintendo game story, I should say. Alright, so not too long ago, I couldn't find the date because I didn't look too hard. But
Sure.
Animal Crossing did a collaboration with the Seattle Aquarium where they did like a Animal Crossing aquarium thing where you could go there, you could take pictures, all that stuff. It was very Animal Crossing themed at the aquarium. Well, Nintendo saw how great that went, and they decided that they're going to take it on tour for the last half of 2024 into 2025, which that's great. It's going to be going to 7 different aquariums across the United States.
Ooh.
I'm going to read off the list for you right here. I've got that list right here. It will go to the Ripley's Aquarium in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina from June 14th to until August 11th. New Orleans, Louisiana Audubon Aquarium from June 21st to September 14th. Atlanta, Georgia's Georgia Aquarium, which is gorgeous, by the way. August 1st through September 26th. Newport, Oregon's Oregon Coast Aquarium, August 26th through October 20th. Boston, Massachusetts, New England Aquarium from September 21st through December 14th. Tempe, Arizona. I don't know how you pronounce
it's Tempe.
that.
You said it right.
It is Tempe? Okay. Tempe, Arizona's Sea Life Aquarium, October 4th through November 17th. And Chattanooga, Tennessee's Tennessee Aquarium, also absolutely gorgeous, from December 21st through February 28th, 2025. We're not included!
Can I make a confession on the show? I love aquariums.
I do too.
They're the best.
They're so much fun.
They're so colorful.
Yeah.
The Georgia Aquarium. You okay?
Look.
Sorry, I feel like I'm full of hot takes. No.
You don't want to go to an aquarium?
No, I don't. No.
You know, that's
What's
fair.
wrong with you?
What
don't
crushed
know.
your soul?
No, you're done with this.
No, I don't. I saw the little Dory trapped and I never got out.
You know, that's fair.
And Dory and Marlin aren't in the same container. And
Think
I
of
couldn't
it
deal with
like
it.
this. They'd be eaten out there.
Yeah,
That
but
is true.
She looks
That
so
is true.
panicked.
They got the penguins there. You can look at the
It's
penguins.
not like they live that long
Not
anyway.
when I went there. And for some reason there was a panther. I never worked that one out.
What?
The one I went to an aquarium one time and there was like, it was like a big cat. And I was like, what
We
are
have
you
one at the
doing
Dallas Aquarium.
here?
Is
Yeah.
there?
We have an
Oh.
ocelot.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm done.
No, you're fine.
I love aquariums.
Give me that soapbox.
The Georgia Aquarium. I'm gonna like pimp out the Georgia Aquarium really quick because it's the one that like hometown aquarium kind of thing.
Yeah.
There is a walkway through the aquarium where the fish like swim over you. You're like in a tunnel where they swim over you.
They
That's
have
like
that
a-
at the Dallas Aquarium.
I've never been to
Atlantis
the
and the
Dallas
Bahamas
Aquarium.
was that way.
It's
But
just a stupid
also,
ocelot.
but also there is like a little bubble that you can sit in, so it looks like you're floating in the water with the fish. It's really cool, and you can also do like dive experiences, and I think they do that. Anyways, aquariums are fun. What will be included in this U.S. tour though is photo ops. There's going to be like aquarium themed backgrounds with game characters and probably some of the stuff from the games itself. There will be like special signage throughout the aquarium where you'll have descriptions from blathers that are in the game itself, like describing the different creatures that are in the ocean and the fishies, all that stuff. There'll be special standees of the characters. There will be special Nintendo kiosks around where you can get 100 platinum My Nintendo points that you can put towards like special digital and physical items from the Nintendo shop for this. And a meet and greet with Isabelle, Tom Nook, and KK Slider. Those are characters in the game.
Animals. It's the like cat that plays guitar, right?
It's a dog, but yes.
The dog that plays guitar.
The dog, the cute dog that runs the show.
Yeah.
The raccoon dog or the tanuki that steals all your money,
Sure.
and the white dog that plays the guitar.
That plays guitar.
And
I know
Probably-
something about Animal Crossing.
probably the best part of all is there is no additional cost to the aquarium ticket. So if you're
Nice.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
let's say your
Yeah.
aquarium ticket is $20 normally, it's still just $20.
Nice.
But this is also not coming to Dallas, and I'm mad about it. I'm gonna die mad about it.
I will say they just did seem like a bunch of random ass cities.
mean,
Chattanooga,
Just
Tennessee. Like,
threw darts at the
yeah,
map.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I guess.
The Tennessee Aquarium is actually one of the best aquariums in the
Is it?
in
It's
the
just
states.
some-
It is gorgeous. It is 2 pyramids, so the outside just is very unique,
Mhm.
and it's really pretty. It's one of my favorite
That's
aquariums.
dope.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
Tennessee Aquarium for bad mouthing you. I picked the wrong
All this
one.
anti-aquarium talk, I can't handle it.
Very anti-aquarium.
What's really funny is I do believe that when it goes to the
I hate
Atlanta
fish.
Aquarium, it will be during Dragon Con, which is the perfect
Oh,
time to have
That's
that.
the photo
That's-
shoots happen at the
that's
aquarium.
Yeah,
smart.
they already. So Dragon Con already does something called Sips Under the Sea, which is where they do a special cosplay night at the Georgia Aquarium after hours, and you get to sip cocktails while you look at the fishies.
All right, you just
How do you
sold
make this
me.
better?
Totally only
You
just sold
acceptable
me.
way to go to an aquarium.
And that is where you will find
I need a wine testing.
99.9% of every BioShock cosplayer in the world
Oh,
just
yeah.
there.
Ooh,
I mean,
nice. I
yeah.
love
Yeah.
Bioshock.
Yeah, it's perfect for BioShock because of those hallways with the fish.
And I've been to an aquarium. It is a baller
Yeah.
aquarium.
Anyways, that's the story. Animal Crossing aquarium tour. Maybe they will add more next year, and Dallas Aquarium.
Depending
will be
on
part
how
of that.
popular it is.
Oh, it's gonna be popular. It's Animal Crossing and it's aquariums. That's all we need.
Yeah, Animal Crossing is kind of like Call of
No,
Duty.
you're right.
Animal
It is
Crossing is one of those games that
huge.
crosses over
Right.
into like non-nerd.
I know
community.
about it. That's how big it is.
like-
Yeah.
Especially after
it's
the
just
pandemic.
ubiquitous
Yeah.
across
It's like
all forms of different
Pokemon.
type of
What was the What was the Pokemon game that they had that everybody was real hot on there for a minute?
Go.
Yeah, Pokemon
Pokemon
Go.
Go.
Yeah.
Pokemon
You
Go
mean
to save
Pokemon
the
Go?
world.
Do you have that one?
Oh, of course I do. I still have Pokemon Go.
Gotta
Pokemon
catch
Go.
them all.
I
Pokemon
hate
Go could've brought us
Pokemon,
all
and I play
together.
Pokemon
It's
Go.
like that picture of that little Asian guy, old man, that had like a little moped, and he had like this rig of like 20 phones on
Yeah.
his thing, and he was just driving around catching all the Pokemon.
Pokemon Go was our best chance at world peace.
It got a lot of
It
people
was-
outdoors.
And then Trump got elected. No, I'm just
Pokemon Go came out this summer, and I've talked about this on the show. The summer I was diagnosed with mental illness, and it's still one of the best summers because everybody was outside, everybody was hanging out. It was such a great summer, and then Trump got elected.
I was walking downtown at night
That would have been
playing
2015.
Pokemon Go,
2016.
and I was over by one of the
Okay.
parks, and because there was a Blastoise nearby that I wanted to get.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, and I look up. There's a cop car all of a sudden there in front of me. Like he stopped, and he was like, and the guy goes, "Hey, what are you getting?" And I was like, "I'm not doing anything." And he holds up his
Default.
phone, and he goes,
Getting.
"No, what are you getting? Is it the Blastoise?" And I go, "Oh yeah." And the guy gets out of his car, just comes over there and sits on the concrete like divider with me. He's like, "Oh, you get it? Yeah, I got it, man. All right, cool. All right, hey, yeah." what's your number on yours? And it was like this
Oh,
just
a little bonding moment.
awesome unity, like you know.
Yeah.
I remember.
I love that.
I remember sitting in a park at like 2 a.m. with Mia. Like we were just out there catching, because there's gonna be Bulbasaur out here, so we were just out there catching Bulbasaur, and while we were also there, we heard some like teenagers coming. It's like, do we really want to be out here where there's gonna be drinking teenagers? No, they're not out here drinking. They're also out here catching the
They had
Bulbasaur.
to clear the park. On the first couple weeks of Pokemon, the cops would come out. All right, guys, the park is closed. Please leave.
Hey,
Do you remember the stories of people hurting themselves because they weren't paying attention to where they were going?
There's a downside to everything,
so
but you know what?
I joined this show in 2017, 2018.
Yeah.
I was one of the people getting kicked out of that park. You're not. I was one of the people getting kicked out of that
We have
park
an
at
OG
night
in the house.
Because, I was getting Vulpixes. Because that's where you could find them, was that
Also, my
park.
park was the Charmanders, which were
Oh,
hard
yeah,
to find.
Charmanders and Vulpix, yeah.
We're getting off on a tangent.
Yeah,
Anyway,
No. Crossover before I met you, though. Yeah, I was one of those people.
That is hysterical.
Cheers to that.
All right, anyone else got some video game news?
I got gaming, but it's TTRPG, so if we want to move on. It's a quick one. Hey, everybody got your player handbooks out there? It's time to update your 5e books. We are getting new Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide. Pre-orders are up for those. The release dates are Player's Handbook will come out September 17th, 2024. New Dungeon Master's Guide on 12th November 2024. And Monster Manual 18th February 2025. Of course, we're going to have new subclasses in there, new mechanics, new monsters. Of course, Dungeon Master Guides are a necessity around here. We play D&D on this channel. I have already pre-ordered all three. Right now, if you actually get it through D&D Beyond, you get some digital editions as well, which we need because we do build games online. And a couple of like little bonuses, little dice you can use on D&D and Beyond. Of course, like I still want my physical copies of things. Like, of course, you know, all three of, you Cast have all DM'd on the show, and y'all need those books. So if it adds to me getting D&D, I'm going to buy those things, which is why I've already pre-ordered them. So we'll have digital editions and hardcover. New artwork in all of the books, which some of it looks really good. So
that's half the fun.
I do like they're staggering the releases of these, so you're not just because total it was about $180 for all three books, but with all the bonuses as well. Because I do want that stuff.
I'm gonna make a dig at Wizards of the Coast. None of that art is AI art, right? Because they're getting into a lot of trouble for that shit right now.
Oh no!
Better not be. I will say I've been paying attention. I'm also I do a group that swaps around TTRPGs. I played Monster of the Week. I played Hillfolk. So I've been very interested in how D&D is changing itself to be a better RPG. And I started looking at I play a monk, Way of the Four Elements, or Way of the Elements, which is now being changed to Warrior of the Elements. One of the things that they're trying to do with this edition, which I want to be very clear, this is a tweaking of 5e. This is not a new edition of D&D. So I looked at what I'm playing now, Warrior of the Elements, and it's significantly better. Martial classes have been not so much fighter. Barbarian's pretty good, but monk has been historically very weak class. And I looked at Warrior of the Elements. They're making it better. They are actually increasing how many times. Well, they're making it easier for you to get back. They're no longer calling them key points. They're not called discipline points, which they're trying to get a little bit more away from this kind of stereotypical Asian representation of a monk, which I think there's an argument for both sides, but I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So they're buffing them, basically.
They're buffing them,
Okay,
and
nice.
Way of the Elements has been historically known as a very weak subclass. They're buffing it significantly.
Well, that's good, because a lot of times if you have that, nobody wants to be that character because it's so limited.
And I chose it despite the fact that it's a weak subclass because I thought it fit my character.
Sure.
Octavia, learning about magic was a big part of her character. Now that they're making that a more feasible route to go down, I really, really appreciate that.
I like that.
I also looked at Crusher was a Berserker barbarian. They're also tweaking Berserker barbarians. So they're tweaking a lot of these martial classes in very interesting ways. They're also, like you said, tweaking spells to make them, to kind of balance them a little bit more. So this is very much like a video game patch.
Yes,
that's
and
what it
we
sounds
need
like.
those from time
That's
to
what it
time.
sounds like. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's the beauty of this. Let's fix it on the fly.
yeah.
and make
I
it a
play
better
Helldivers
experience.
2. There's patches every other week.
Yeah, and I understand them not wanting to start from the ground up, especially with people, like there's been such an explosion of people that play D&D over the past 10 years, partially due to the fact that 5e is very, very easy to play.
They've made so much money in the last few years. They're adding on to their crews about like development and all that stuff now.
Yeah, this is absolutely the right move for them to make, especially with some people wanting to look away from D&D to play some of these other TTRPGs. Them kind of tweaking it and presenting a new way to play is, I think, very, very interesting.
And just by the way, I did pay like a little bit for the pre-order,
Yeah.
but we do have an active D&D Beyond account that we use between our crew,
Yeah.
and they are offering a discount on all the books. It's normally like $240 altogether,
Ooh.
but they kicked off a little bit, and there are some bonuses for your D&D Beyond account. So I would definitely recommend going that route.
Yeah.
I want the hard copy and digital edition because
Hard copy,
I
yeah.
want my people building my world to have all of the tools they need.
It's such a good reference to
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
be able
it
to flip
is.
through a page, especially when you're trying to find like something random. Not having to search for things is very, very nice.
So I want those hard. I mean, we always have hard copies of the handbook
Yeah.
around, but I don't think we've really had one of the Monster Manual and Dungeon Master's Guide. I think you have.
I have
Yeah,
a copy
you
of
bought
Dungeon.
it, but I'm.
Cat has the
I know
MCDM Monster Manual from Where Evil Lies. Where Evil Lies. I think she has the MCDM.
And I did
Monster
get the
Manual.
digital editions to add to our D&D
Yeah.
Beyond account because they were on sale at one point, and I was
Yeah.
like, they have a big sale.
And she's found that useful. As
Yeah,
well.
so I definitely recommend if you're going to get the books, you can get the hard copies and the digital copies from D&D Beyond. Save yourself a little bit of money. Not an endorsement of them. We use them, and they cut me a little bit of slack on the money. So, $60 is $60. That's three figures.
And if I see
And when you're
any-
playing these type of games, unfortunately, there is a lot of expenditures that are involved in this. I play Imperial Assault and Star Wars Armada, and the amount of money that I spent on these models and stuff is ridiculous.
You know what? It's nothing compared to Warhammer.
No, no, it's in that same boat though. It is in that same
I'm never
boat.
gonna get into Warhammer though. It's so
I got
expensive.
called out on that on Twitter.
Oh,
Have you?
Shayna Baszler, who is a wrestler for WWE,
Okay.
very good wrestler, huge Warhammer fan. And somebody had gotten into the conversation of like where she lives and how, and somebody mentioned like how much money she made, and I put a comment, she plays Warhammer, she ain't got no money.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Shayna Baszler replied and said, look, first off,
How dare you?
Second, you are
And you're
completely
absolutely right. Yes.
1,000%. Henry Cavill needs to make Superman money just so
Just
he can
add
play
the figures.
Warhammer.
Oh, you are not
I did
lying.
not expect, like, people were just liking it because I know a lot of Warhammer people probably. But Shayna Baszler, okay, first off, she
Yeah,
put
yeah.
that on, but
Like,
nothing else.
He quit The Witcher. Now he has to fill out job applications at Walgreens just so
Well, I
he
mean,
can pay that
he's
Warhammer
well,
money.
he has the Warhammer project that
That's
he's getting
true.
in,
That's true, that's true.
that he's
Yeah.
leading. So I'm sure he's okay
He's
on
And
good.
that.
Baszler is begging to be a part of that too, but she should be.
I'm looking
absolutely.
She's a
forward
huge
to it.
fan.
The
She's
lore in that game alone
Goes
is like
hard.
it's the same level as Dune. Like
Yeah.
it is so thick.
Well, we got to get this show back on track
Yeah.
because we got a
Oh,
lot of stories
gosh.
still to
Alright,
get through.
alright,
And I've burned through two. Okay, yeah.
Okay,
New D&D manuals. Cool. Go get them.
game stories. I have another game story.
I have 0 game stories.
Well, hit the game then. Go right ahead.
All right.
We're going to come around to you then after
Okay.
this.
Hello, we're going to talk about my one of my hyper focuses, which is Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, boy.
Hope you're ready, strap in. So Dawn Trail, the new expansion for Final Fantasy XIV, will be hitting early access next week. Next Friday specifically, so I'll still be on the show, but I won't be happy about it. 'Cause I can't play it yet until Friday. But I wanted to go over some quick hits on the updates we're going to see for the game. Obviously, new story updates, all that stuff. This is the expansion where the graphics update will take place. So character models will be updated, environmental models will be updated slowly over time. I believe they're starting in Shadowbringers, and then they'll slowly go back. But environments will be updated. There will be a new block system, so if there's a player that is causing you problems, you can block them. And how it used to be is, like, you could, of course, blacklist them. That wasn't a problem. But the problem is they could make a new character and they could still find you and they could still harass you. Well, now if you blacklist a character, it blacklists all the characters connected to their account. They cannot message you at all. You show up invisible to them and they show up invisible to you.
Kick rocks.
And that includes any of the characters on your account. So if you have like 5 characters on your account, they can't see any of them. And I love that. There will be a 2-channel Hold on, I have to move the camera to Jason over here. Just
No, I'm sorry. I'm distracting you. Please.
no,
go
it's
ahead.
fine.
Sorry.
There will be a 2-channel dye system. So like
Yeah.
if my top, my jacket, and my shirt were both like a shirt item, then I could now dye the jacket separately from the shirt.
Okay, yeah.
Used to be like you could only do it once, and it would be either the shirt or the jacket that would dye. Now it'll be different, and we've already seen that kind of in play, and it's really fun. I'm excited. And finally, we're getting 2 new job classes. First is Viper, which is dual wielding swords that they can like
Ooh.
connect the handles together, a la like Darth Maul, and do some cool stuff. It will share gear with Ninja, which I think it's the first class to ever share with Ninja. So thankfully, and the one I'm most excited for, Pictomancer. It is magic with paint. I get to paint creatures into the air,
Okay.
and they get to
Like a
do all that.
necromancer, but with colors.
Like
Yeah.
a Green Lantern, but an artist.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. We've already seen some of the attacks where it's like I can paint a Moogle and then the Moogle attacks for me.
Okay.
Like
Okay, I dig that actually.
I'm so excited for it. It's a cute class. I can't remember which Final Fantasy it's from, but it is one that's in a prior Final Fantasy game. It's going to share the casting gear. Obviously, it's magic. And yeah, that's it. If you want to find out more, you can go to the Dawn Trail website. There was a new trailer that was dropped. However, people have been stating that there's a lot of stuff that look like spoilers in there. Like obviously, trailers are going to have some level of spoiler, but it felt like this one had a little bit more spoiler than normal.
That's
So
very much been the trend over the last
Final
5
Fantasy
years.
people don't like to be spoiled.
Nah, right.
like honestly, the only time that's been a problem before in 14 was the Heaven's Word trailer. But that was if you hadn't played up to
Yeah.
that point. If you had played up to that point, none of that was a spoiler.
And I get that for like DLCs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I expect the Shadow of the Erd Tree DLC for Elden Ring. Like, of course it has spoilers from
Yeah, of
Elden
course.
Ring, but you expect that. Also, by the way, coming out I think tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Shadow of the Erd
It's
Tree.
already out.
Yeah.
It is out now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was a
I'm not going
rolling,
back.
It was a rolling
I'm not
thing and I
going
got
back.
confused.
Yeah.
But yeah, coming out today.
It hurts too much.
Dude, it looks so cool though.
Yeah, but like the trailers for all of the expansions have been pretty good about not having spoilers. With this one being a new chapter in Final Fantasy, like Endwalker ended the first saga that they called the Arc of Zodiark and Hydaelyn. We're starting a whole new one that we don't have a name for yet, obviously, because we've just started. It makes sense that maybe there's a little bit of stuff in there that's a little spoilery.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool. We're going to Tyrol, which is based off of South America, and I'm very excited about that.
Oh, it does.
Jungles and forests. I'm so...
Yeah.
Oh god, I thought I knocked something
Amazon.
off.
Our friend Bobby hit also.
I saw the anxiety in your face on that one. That was funny.
Do you need off for next week just so you can go
I
play?
can't play it. It comes out on Friday.
Oh, I thought there was like an early access or anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
early access comes out on Friday.
Oh, okay.
Officially...
So
it
she's
will-
good to do the show. Just
Yeah,
Friday
I'll just
don't
be
bother her
upset.
at all.
Officially, it will release the next week, that coming Tuesday. There will be a 48-hour maintenance period.
Ooh.
So, from Sunday until...
That's almost as bad as the last
Tuesday.
Destiny one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it went down for a couple. They were down for like a couple
Yes,
days.
they were. They were.
If you have housing in Final Fantasy, I would suggest going ahead and going into your house to like make sure that you keep your house, because you do have to enter the house every few months to do so. Because with Endwalker, it was already like a 2-hour queue to get into the game itself, but
Oof.
because it's a different instance, it
How
will
long?
time you out. 2 hours.
Yeah.
The server, they were older servers, they weren't prepared.
I get it.
They
I get
they
it.
they truly weren't prepared for the hype that Shadowbringers brought with it.
Helldivers had the same. Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
I
had
think
the
they're
same
going to be ready
problem.
this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to be ready this time, but they have warned people to go ahead like now before early access. So sometime this week, go into your house if you have one, go into your apartment to make sure you can keep those things.
Yeah.
because you won't be able to.
I will
Enjoy
say,
your weekend.
As a note, Bobby, the books come out, or the book comes out in September. The wiki is up. I don't know if it's still a playtest version or if it's their official one. You can use those rules. The only downside is you do have to go to a specific subclass or a specific spell to get to that information, which is a giant pain in the ass. But you can get there if you're wanting to, like subclasses, it's not that bad.
Right.
Because once you have the breakdown, you can do it. However, yeah, it's not going to be available on D&D Beyond, which is the most convenient way to play specifically Dungeons & Dragons. Yeah. But yeah, I went on the wiki today, and it is being updated, which is nice.
Yeah, but that's just it. Dawn Trail's gonna be fun. Y'all will not see me after it's released for a while.
Let's move on.
Like, you're not gonna see me after Silk Song comes out
Yeah.
again in 2037. For like
This show won't be
6
around
weeks.
then.
Yeah.
No. Let's move on to some movie news because it has been very heavy video game. Our guests, please.
I mean, let's just keep it on the video game. So, like, this,
Okay.
I know, right? Just a theme going on, right?
This is a gaming show now.
Yeah, I did. Just hanging on there. So, Mr. Miyamoto from Nintendo has announced this week that there's going to be a Super Mario Brothers 2 movie, which who could have not seen that the success from the first one? But he announced it this week.
2023 movie,
No.
not the 1992 version, right?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, we don't. I mean, it was with Greg, not Greg. What's his name?
Bob Hoskins
Dennis
and John.
Hopper?
Thank you. Yes.
John Leguizamo.
Leguizamo is who I was trying to say.
Oh, I thought
Yes.
you said Dennis Hopper.
Well, he was the bad guy, right? Yeah. No, not that one. And funny enough, they're not making a sequel on that
Oh,
one.
no, no.
I know.
I
Totally
think the
shocked.
window is passed.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I'd still
So
watch it.
he announced there's no details, there's no like production at this point, but he did give like a hard date line. So basically in Japan, April 24, 2026.
Okay.
So it's still a little bit.
Okay.
That's Japan. In America, we're getting a little bit sooner because that's how we do things. April 3rd, that's when it's going to release. So keep your eyes on it. It's going to be there. I mean, the first one was great. I loved it. Even
Very
though there's a
enjoyable.
lot of people that, like, when they announced that,
Chris Pratt.
with being the voice, everyone was poo-pooing on that.
It worked.
It was fine. I
And we
liked
still
it.
got Charles Martinet in it, too.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm looking forward to it.
I will state right here, right now, on record, I will continue to shit talk anything Chris Pratt has done because I want him to fall into a pit and never ever come back.
Like in
Because I
Zelda,
don't
the new one.
like him. No, because Link will come back.
Are we doing Chris Pratt hot takes? Because I thought I was going to be alone for the whole show.
No.
But yeah, Chris Pratt can go himself. He made
Yeah.
a terrible Mario.
I
The rest
liked
of the
how-
cast was great.
I like
but
how you censor yourself, though, right there. That was pretty nice.
I did the radio edit.
He was a passable Mario.
No, he wasn't. He
I
can
know,
go
bro.
for
Let's
I thought the
also-
movie was
No.
fun.
Let's also not forget the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Pratt, adopted a dog and then decided he didn't want that dog and then abandoned
He
the
left
dog.
his wife, too. So,
And
I mean,
left
there-
his-
there's
like,
all
there's a
kinds
lot.
of- and-
He attends a church
I
that's
love her, too,
specifically
by the way.
The only thing that really matters is
LGBTQ.
Jack Black coming back. as
Right,
Bowser.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Jack
they
Black.
don't even know the story, so
deeply-
there was no
I love
like
Bowser.
details.
I also
It-
deeply enjoyed Charlie Day as Luigi.
I
And
love
you did
Charlie
enjoy
Day.
his
Anya
speech,
Taylor
was pretty
Joy.
good.
I'm
Tyler
really
Day.
liking
my
Everybody,
boy.
everybody but Chris
Always
Pratt did a
Sunny
good
in
job.
Philadelphia. That's one of my
And
favorite
Seth
shows.
Rogen as
Yeah.
Donkey Kong.
Seth Rogen's song was
The
really
rest of it-
good.
The rest of it went fantastically. It's only Chris Pratt.
Yeah. And
Keegan Michael Key as Toad.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Chris
I
legitimate-
love Toad. He's my favorite
And
character.
Corey
Mario Kart.
Payton as
Me too.
The big
You're a
penguin.
Toad?
I'm a toad.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I love
My
this
sister
voice.
always got Yoshi and I got
was
Toad.
always Toad.
Toad's faster.
I mean, it makes
Yep.
perfect sense. They're gonna do a Super Mario Brothers 2 though.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
no, it
We
totally
knew that
does,
was going to
yeah.
I
happen.
did enjoy the movie though.
No, I did too. I was surprised. My buddy called me up. He's like, "Check it out. It's not bad." I'm like, "All right," because
I do think it's funny that it and the 1992 movie do have the same plot.
It does give us the
So-
opportunity to dress up as Mario
I
and
mean,
Luigi again.
you're not wrong.
It has
I
the same
mean,
plot.
I've still got the hats.
but there's not tiny turtle head people.
There's not Tiny Turtle.
That was so annoying, by the way.
Has
That
so
was
much.
so annoying about the
I
first
do have
one.
some
It's like,
insight
why
on
would
that
you do
actually.
that?
What?
I have some insight on that for the Super Mario
Do
Brothers
you?
2 or the Super Mario Brothers movie that
The
y'all
first
talking
one?
about.
Yeah.
He was making a different movie completely, and then just put a coat of paint of Mario on
That does
top
not
of it.
surprise
So
me
it's
at
Mario
all.
2.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, he did that because he was in the process of making.
Because that's
a
what Mario
different
2
movie
was. They
or something like that.
They took a
That's
different
wild.
game.
Oh, yeah.
And they put the sprites on top of the pictures basically, and
Yeah.
sold it as a Mario 2
Oh, it's
game.
like a reverse Rebel Moon.
There
Yeah.
you go.
That's why it is
Yeah.
so drastically different
It's
from the
not
others.
Star Wars.
It's something
It's
not.
Yeah, for an
Warhammer
animated
in a
computer
weird way.
generated-
There's some,
It's-
like, tweak.
yeah.
Anyway.
I'm waiting for the director's cut. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt that maybe it's
I
just
will
like
still
There's
watch
Justice
not a
that
good
League.
one.
movie in there.
Justice League
It
was the
got
same way.
significantly better, and so did
I-
BBS.
Right,
There's
right.
not a good movie in Rebel Moon.
I will still watch
I'm
the
hoping.
original Mario Brothers movie as a guilty pleasure.
Really?
I mean,
I
I
will-
saw it for the first time a few months ago, and it is truly trash.
I have never seen
not-
it.
it's not-
I want
not
to.
good.
You don't understand how much I want to see
We need
it.
to make this happen.
I'll get you some vodka. We'll do it night.
Okay,
We'll get
no,
you that,
I like
actually,
that.
no.
the vanilla
Yeah, that's the
vodka
way
you
to
like.
do it.
Which is worse, Cats 2019 or Super Mario Brothers?
Cats
19?
2019 is worse. There's
You
nothing
don't.
good
You
that'll
don't.
come
No,
out
I
of
don't want to
this.
hear you say that because you don't like musicals. Cass. it's the,
Contemplation?
I-
Contemplation?
There's nothing to
Contemplation.
gain from
Contemplation.
Cats.
I don't know
It's not even worth making
because
fun
because I get cats. I do.
of. What?
Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat.
That is the
still
only-
slaps.
that is the only
in 2019.
salvageable number.
There's no such redeeming
I'm so lost.
events in Mario Brothers, so I will say Mario Brothers worse.
You know.
Only
You
by
know
this
why?
much.
As a quick aside, you know why that song was the best one
SOS
out
to
of
the
the whole
moon.
thing, right?
That's right.
Because he's
Bring
a
it
dancer.
on.
Not just he's a dancer, he made them give him a beat because otherwise they weren't using
Instead of-
beats for the dancers.
But at
This-
least
that
Mario
should not
Brothers
have-
was Mario
At no
Brothers.
point should cats have been mentioned in this conversation. I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Cats
right
will be mentioned in every conversation
I
of the
will.
worst movie ever from here on out.
Yes.
There's
So-
no choice.
now. Super Mario
That's
Brothers
going to
2
happen.
movie.
Yeah, Super
I
Mario
mean,
Bring
I
that
can't
on.
argue
I'm
against
excited.
any
And
of
let's
that.
never talk about Cats
Ever
2019.
again.
I will
That's the
talk about
goal.
cats, period, forever because I
No.
love the animal and I love the musical. Anyways, moving right along. Movie news. Who else got
Movie.
movie news? I just have
I have a
trash.
giant bummer.
Oh, go
Let's go ahead and get the
Okay.
bummer out of the way.
This is going to be
Oh, wrong camera.
a celebration as much as I can make it. Donald Sutherland, the absolutely iconic
Legend.
actor, has passed away. I will say, at the age of 88, he lived an amazing, wonderful life. I absolutely adore this man. I thought he was so
Classics.
good.
Classics.
The range that this man had, and the easiest way using stuff that like people will know is Pride and Prejudice 2005, a loving, doting father to The Hunger Games, one of the most evil villains I have ever seen. The conversation in the last movie between him and Katniss is one of the most iconic, amazing bits of acting in any young adult series ever. Like he was so amazing, and he will be missed. But like, he had almost 200 credits to his name. This man lived. This man acted. This man created art.
He scared the crap out of me as a child with the movie Body Snatchers.
Invasion of the Body
But
Snatchers.
yep,
The first movie that I ever knew he was in.
yeah.
That I remember him in.
He
But also,
created Hawkeye, which is one of my favorite
MASH.
television
Yes.
characters of all
MASH.
time.
This is a guy. His whole life has been all
And he's
about
been
acting.
in our lives, our entire lives
Yeah.
too. By the way,
And absolutely, let's that range of his. But you know, it's hard to be sad when a guy like him passes because the legacy he lives behind
it's so huge.
will outlive his
Yeah.
physical life.
Absolutely.
Also, and in the case, this isn't the case for a lot of actors, lives on in his son, who is
Oh,
also
Kiefer?
Yes.
an amazing
Oh my
actor.
God.
with
Oh, yeah.
a
Lost
huge
Boys,
range.
come on.
Lost Boys 24
Yeah, I was gonna say.
changed the face of television
Yeah.
forever.
And you know he had to pull some of that from watching his dad
Dark City.
do the job.
Oh yeah, like he had his dad as a coach.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Could you
what
not
better
have a-
coach?
Should you not have
What better coach?
an inside man?
Yeah,
And like I know we talk a lot about nepotism in Hollywood, but
but sometimes it works
that man
out.
stands on his career.
Sometimes it
I
works
would
out.
defend
I'm
the
not
career
gonna-
of Kiefer Sutherland, but
Also, my first celebrity crush, actually, Kiefer
Oh,
Sutherland.
really?
Athos in the 1996, The Three Musketeers.
Oh,
You
see,
know-
I'm thinking
Yes.
Flatliners in my head.
No, and not even the Lost Boys. It was the Three Musketeers that did it. Like just.
But getting back to Donald Sutherland, I mean, just from when he was a young man
Yeah.
and was just like, let's face it, that was a good-looking dude back in the day.
I'm a handsome guy.
But
Handsome gentleman.
I mean, his long and lengthy career, just
People wish they could have something like that.
no,
Yeah.
When you, I mean, I feel like he's not discussed enough as far
Right.
as like good actors out there. But when you look at the body of his work,
He is OG.
dare
though.
you
Yeah.
to not say this man stands among one of the greats.
Like for us, I mean, Generation X and whatnot, myself, it's like
Yeah.
he was like always, every movie you can imagine, like whether it was a drama or science fiction, he was one of those actors that always was a part of
he
something.
could do it all.
Yeah.
And and that makes me a little less sad on his passing
Right.
because we're gonna see
It's a celebration.
over 200 credits. We are going to see him of not just that he has 200 credits. He's been attached to so many other projects
He was that
and movies
good.
that are iconic.
Yeah.
So it is sad, but man,
Celebrate his life. Don't
try
be
living
sad.
up to what this
What
man
an
did.
icon.
Yeah.
What an
Do an
absolute icon.
Irish funeral. Celebrate.
Every
Yeah.
actor out there should look at that man's career and say, "Look at what he did."
I wish
and
to do
try
that.
to-
Yeah,
just-
exactly.
I dare you to try
Follow
to get
that
to level.
footsteps.
Yeah, it's sad, but also I don't feel as sad.
No, I don't either. I don't either.
Absolute love to the
That legacy is
Sutherlands.
etched in stone.
If it was
ain't going
27-year-old, it'd be one thing, but the gentleman
Like-
was far.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that is with a lot of actors, like Chadwick Boseman when he passed. We think about all they
Lance
could have
Reddick.
done,
It's like Anthony Hopkins
All
when he goes. It's
all
like
that they could
what he
have
did.
been capable of. But Donald Sutherland went out there and lived it, and damn it, I respect that man's work.
Thank you very much, Donald Sutherland. And
to Donald.
There we go.
Cheers. Oh,
To the man.
cheers. Bing, bing.
all right.
And a little ching, ching here. Bing, bing.
All right, moving on.
All right, anyone else got some movie
That was
news?
not as sad as I thought it was going to be.
Nah, I mean, I have one that I wouldn't mind bringing up only because
Hit
for
it.
the same things, it's nostalgia for me. I grew up with this movie in my life, so all right. So it's a 1985 cult sci-fi movie that's being brought back to life by Terry Mortalis from the director of the final season of Star Trek Picard. It's Enemy Mine.
Dude.
It's not. I'm not gonna say it's one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's such a good movie. It's like it's basically what it plays out if you're not aware of it. It's humans versus these aliens called the Drax. They're fighting. Two of them, which is Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr. God bless his soul. He made some amazing movies as well. Iron Eagle. They crash land on a planet. It's super hostile. These are enemies that have to come together to survive together and like make it out of there basically. And it's just this really great story that not a lot of people are aware of, and I highly recommend if you've never seen it. It's dated, of course. It's from the 80s, but like, go check it out. Go check it out. It's still in my book a really good movie, but they're gonna remake it. There isn't a director or a producer yet for it. 20th Century Studios has the control over it, so hopefully we'll get a little bit more details here in the future. But as of right now, they're at least greenlighting the project to go forward, which I'm stoked. I'm not always happy when they remake my old movies, but this is one of those that I'm not that concerned with because it is a cult classic, but it's not like you going and remaking, I don't know, Star Wars or something to this new aspect. It's like I would love them to do the 1980 Flash Gordon. I would love them to like capture that. That's the same kind of feeling.
Especially with sci-fi, when the technology catches up, it's much easier to
That's
pull
what
off
I would
those
like
big
to see.
things. And,
Yes.
Go ahead.
recently watched the 1984 Dune.
Oh yeah.
And
David Lynch.
yeah, David Lynch, who I hate a lot of his work for other reasons, but like is a very interesting take on Dune.
Yes.
But seeing the technology advance to the point where Denis Villeneuve could make his Dune and like the worm writing scene
Right.
is so much more interesting than
Yes.
Dune because of the way technology has advanced. So this seems like it could be
I'm
potentially
hoping so. Like this, okay. Perfect example is I just went and saw the 30th anniversary of the Crow in the theater. Right. That's a movie that I really hold true to my heart. Where it's important to me because I grew up with it in my life, and I don't want to see them destroy it with remakes, even though there is one coming down the pipe with Skarsgård.
Yeah.
Um,
Bill. Yes.
who knows? It might be good. We'll see. Exactly, right? This one, I do enjoy it, but it doesn't have the same level of an impact for me. So it leaves room for interpretation in my mind.
The thing about Enemy Mine is that is a small cast movie.
Yeah, 2 people basically.
Yeah. And I love movies like that.
Yeah.
Like if anybody's seen Hard Candy.
Yes.
It's only 2 people, so you're really relying on the strength of 2 actors. And damn it, we got Dennis Quaid and Louis Gossett Jr.
Those were titans in those times too.
Exactly, and that movie nailed it. As far as like when I watched it as a kid,
It was
I
so
love the
crazy.
movie.
Yeah.
It was really deep when you thought about it.
I don't want to give spoilers
No, we're not
to
gonna give
it.
spoilers,
Yeah, because in case it does turn out to be really good, I want you to be shocked.
This is one that I think that it will be nice to get a remake in.
I think so too.
One of my favorite movies, though. As far as a sci-fi movie, that's not a lot of sci-fi.
No,
it's
a human story.
You have to have 2 strong actors.
Yeah, because it's about how they come together and throw away their hatred for each other to survive this hostile world that's trying to kill them. And there's other aspects I won't get into because it's such a huge part of the story. But like, seriously, if you haven't checked it out, remember it is 1985, but still, go watch it. It's a solid movie.
In closing, good luck on the casting.
Yeah.
Are we ready to move on to anything else, movie or TV related? We can start.
I got one more TV.
Oh,
and then that's it for me.
Okay, hit it.
All right. This is a little bit of an issue for me. Batman is my favorite superhero of all time. Kevin Conroy is and always will be Batman.
Right.
But he passed away. And so we're getting a new Caped Crusader series, which honestly, visually looks great. I'm a little bit concerned about the casting. However, the teaser trailer came out today. And Hamish Linklater is announced to be the new Batman, and he voices the teaser trailer. Hamish Linklater, if you don't know who that is, if you watched Mike Flanagan's Midnight Mass, he played the priest.
Okay.
That's why it looks familiar.
Fantastic. It was one of those performances that makes me angry that the Emmys don't like horror, because he did an absolutely...
Or comedies.
Or comedy, any kind of genre.
Yeah.
He did an absolutely amazing job. He was also excellent in the newsroom, although he had a much smaller role than he did. And he does sound wonderful as Batman in this teaser trailer. I personally think that Jensen Ackles is the successor to Kevin Conroy in the Batman role. He's done a couple... He actually did Jason Todd in Under the Red Hood years ago. But his deep, gravelly voice, I think, suits Batman perfectly. However, I don't know if he can pull this off. If Hamish Linklater can pull this off,
how was the trailer?
Absolutely, it's just a teaser trailer.
Okay,
it's literally just him and
voice
announcing.
Did it give you the chills? Did it pull you in?
Not as much as I would have hoped.
Look, he has some huge shoes to fill.
He's got the biggest shoes.
Let's not beat around the bush. But
other than Michael Keaton,
we have to move on.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy will always be my Batman. Again, the year that I got diagnosed, I binge watched both Batman the Animated Series and Justice League. So Kevin Conroy will always be the calming.
That's what I grew up with.
And I met him a couple of times before he died.
We had the pleasure of interviewing him.
Burst into tears both times I met him. But Hamish, he has the spirit of that healing that Batman is supposed to represent at his best.
I like that.
And so I'm very interested to see if he can pull this off. The other casting that we know for sure is Christina Ricci as Catwoman / Selena Kyle.
Okay.
Jamie Chung as Harley Quinn, which I think could be very, very interesting. And Diedrich Bader as Harvey Dent / Two-Face.
Whatever he does is fine.
Right.
We also have John DiMaggio and Tom Kenny announced.
Once again,
all right, we're good.
Whatever they're doing is fine.
It sounds like we got a solid cast
we
here.
We got a solid cast. I will remain nervous until I watch it. This is a TV show.
But let's
who tends to get Batman more right than movies do.
Question: how many episodes will
don't think
they
we
make?
know.
Because I missed the 24.
We've talked about. I'm hating short episodes.
I'm lower the money you spend per episode and make more episodes like we used to do back in the day.
So we're only announced for 10 per season.
That's
but
the
they greenlit 2 seasons already.
I just want more episodes.
I am never going to stop missing Kevin Conroy as the
Right?
voice of
Who
Batman.
will? Who
One of the
will?
very
But he
times
would
you
not
cried
want
on
us to
this
harp
show.
on this.
No, you're absolutely right.
He would not want this. He would say, guys, give the next guy a chance.
Right.
I
I
know
absolutely
he would say
would.
that. The kindness of that man, absolutely. We're not going to get Kevin. Kevin's legacy stands strong.
It's just like when Peter Cullen passes away. God bless him. That he
You
lived
shut your
forever.
mouth!
He lives forever. He lives forever. He lives
get it.
forever.
I get it.
He lives
I get it.
forever. Okay.
Yeah.
But Optimus Prime is always going to be him.
So, I'm excited. Bring the new guy in. Let's give him a chance.
I am going to cry the first episode. Like, I just am.
Yeah.
Batman is, and forever will be, my superhero.
Is
Totally.
it going to be on Max? No.
Because they have the
I always
DC. They do
say
have
DC.
this. Yeah.
It's August 1st, 2024.
Oh!
My assumption is that it's Max.
Oh, it's right around the corner.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait. We're going to watch this at SDCC.
Ooh, there you go.
No.
We're going to see it.
Not until I've taken off my makeup. Yeah, it is Max. It is Max.
That makes total sense.
Warner Brothers, we're looking for an
not,
invite.
We're not going to live stream me crying on. Well, what? We might live stream me crying.
We
so
might
much
live
this
stream her crying. Anyway.
Anyway,
That's not one of
That's
the old. Anyway. So, yeah, new Batman. I'm excited. We got to move on. We got to
Right,
continue.
right.
This deserves to live.
Yep.
What you got, buddy?
I have an optional story.
An optional? Please option in.
All right.
It's
All right, we're going to do this.
as long as it's not as weird as bugs on
not like we're
lady's
pulling
face.
fingernails on. Oh, God.
It's not. It's not.
Oh no, I know what this is.
It's not bugs on
I can't
Anime
even
Boys
see
this
it. I
time.
can't even see.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
real
gonna be-
boys getting in real trouble. So this week, Justin Timberlake got arrested for DWI. Normally that's not
Bad
news we
boys,
would
bad
cover
boys.
because
What you
celebrities
gonna
get
do?
caught all the time
Yeah.
with that crap. But I just want to go over some stuff here.
My man is upset in that picture.
One, he failed the road sobriety test, so like the
Whoops.
whole this, all that. He failed that test. He denied doing a breathalyzer test at the station, and the cop didn't know who he was. No.
And how do we know that?
So
How's
the
my man
cop,
got more gray in his beard than I do?
the cop,
Hey,
or,
hey.
so he was talking to the cop,
Uh-huh.
and he stated, "You can't arrest me. That's going to ruin my tour," because he's doing a tour right now. And the cop said, "Oh, a tour? Are you famous or something? I don't think I recognize you." He's like,
Good for the
"Justin
cop.
Timberlake." He's like, "I don't know who that is."
Good for
He
the
just
cop.
kept
Get
going. So the cop was
wrecked.
young enough that he didn't know who Justin
Oh,
was.
I love that.
And I love that.
You know, I always say all cops are best.
Well,
There's one cop that's not, and it's this cop.
The
See,
one guy.
there was a thing. It was ACAB. All cops are Backstreet Boys fans.
Look,
Bad.
I love it. I'm sorry.
I know that we can FOIA request police
98
video. I would pay money to watch
Let's see
that.
that.
I want to see the look on
Justin.
Justin's
The
face.
sweating.
No, I want to see the look when he said,
Nobody
"Oh,
gives a
are you
shit
famous or
who
something?"
you are.
I want to see him just go
The
like,
disappointment.
I want to
So-
see
Go
it.
like, oh, that didn't work.
So I remember back in like the early 2000s when Britney was having her breakdown and she was drinking a lot. I don't remember if she got arrested for DWI, but I wouldn't have
She
been
was-
surprised.
Did she?
Nah,
She was
never got a DWI.
I don't
allegedly
remember.
drinking a lot.
Oh, yeah,
You don't know
allegedly
for
drinking a
She
lot.
may have
Sorry.
been drunk in public, but she was never behind the wheel of a car. But
Yeah, but Justin was quoted as telling her to stop drinking because she is someone that a lot of little kids look up to.
Don't be hypocritical.
Justin, who do you think looks
Okay.
up to you?
Might
A lot of
come
little-
back.
Actually, you know what?
Might
Maybe
come
now
back.
he's on
Defense,
What happens?
apparently kids are not
Yeah,
looking
What
up.
happens?
apparently
If you're
so.
a hypocrite,
He is.
you can't be that way because it always bites you in the ass.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I think there's only one thing we should really say about this, though. I think he needs to go under a conservatorship.
I mean,
I think he does too. You know who I think needs to take him over is Amanda Bach.
Yes! Oh my god.
oh, let the Timberlake slander begin.
That is
Uh,
slamming.
Look, I look at that mugshot, and my man was upset.
Yeah.
He was upset.
Well, it is already.
It wasn't even for watching his mediocre performance in The Social Network. Like, this is about something else, apparently.
Look, I know in the back of the cop car, because that looked like he had shed some tears. Usually when you're desperate like that, you start to make some deals. I want to hear this video.
The sad part is he's so rich, he will never have to deal with any of the consequences.
See, that brings up something else, though. And this isn't just a Timberlake problem. This is a celebrity problem in general.
Yeah.
You have all of this money. All of it.
No shit.
Why are you not Ubering?
Why aren't you calling a cab? Why aren't you calling an Uber?
Where's your personal bodyguard?
Your private driver.
He has bodyguards.
Yeah.
Why are they not looking out for him?
At the very least, hey, wifey, mine will come pick me up when I've been drinking.
I mean,
He
to
has
be fair,
a crew of people.
if he's on tour, his wife may not be with him. Let's be fair.
Okay, he had, but you're right.
Literally anybody.
He can
He
literally
had
call
options.
anybody.
He has a lot of options, more than any of us.
He could have had a limo there in 5 minutes.
5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear it.
So
Yeah.
Or the world's happiest Uber driver.
Yeah.
Granted that they're over the age of 28.
Right.
Which is fair. A lot of the Uber drivers I've had know who like NSYNC are because they're usually playing it in the car with me. There was an older gentleman who didn't know like 90s music per se, but that was also because the station he was playing was the one-hit wonders of the 60s, 70s, and 80s.
Man, the internet dragged Justin this week, and I am happy to continue that.
Yeah.
I mean, he opened the door. What do you want to do?
Don't be holier than thou. You
Yeah,
might fall from grace.
Don't throw stones in glass houses, man.
Nope.
Cry harder, baby.
Yeah.
In fact, the river.
Yeah. Cry me a river, bitch.
I don't know.
Wow.
Oh, you did send that in the chat, and I immediately forgot it was
That is
song. I was like, that's a weird
That is the most vicious bitch I've ever heard Cora say on this show.
Yeah.
Look, Justin Timberlake went from being my favorite member of NSYNC to being someone I want to shove down a storm drain.
Fang man popped out when she said bitch that time.
Damn.
Just grew and went back in. Nice. It's good to do some Justin Timberlake. That felt good. Thank you. It brought me up after the Donald Solo.
For real, right? Yeah.
Anybody else movie or anything?
I just want to do one thing only because this is how important to me is. Very quickly. If you're a Robotech fan out there, please go to the Crunchyroll store right now and purchase their Blu-ray set. It's $75. It's marked down from $250. They're obviously clearing out their storage. So this is if you've never had their series, I know this is old school shit stuff, but like.
Oh, you can cuss. It's fine.
I'm just a habit. I'm just trying to be a good boy. But anyway, go pick it up. It's $75. It's normally $250. It's one of the greatest animes that ever came to this country back in the 80s that changed the way we looked at mecha. It's mecha. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
This is one of the first clips that we did on the show, by the way, that took off. When he talked about Harmony Gold and Rose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is Harmony Gold. This is Macross.
You have the pleasure of being in all of our clips on that first round that we started doing this, it was the most viewed.
Robotech changed my life when I was a child. It was one of the first cartoons that had death in there. You had actual loss when Rick Hunter's brother, Roy, passed away. It was like, it depends on how you fall on that timeline.
I have a friend that watched the show. She's a bit younger.
Yeah.
And actually got into Robotech from us talking about it.
Really?
And after the first couple episodes, got a text message from her like, you didn't tell me it was going to be like this.
Yeah. And like, it is, like, you gotta, I mean, it
and she's a younger fan. Like,
good.
A friend and fan of the show.
Yeah.
3 different animations, by the way, that they were so closely
She's
looking.
only on the first one.
On the Macross Saga, which is the best that most of us all go for. But you got Southern Cross, which the more I watch, and you can like isolate the bad writing.
More when you're older.
I actually enjoy it. It gets way more into the lore. It dives more deeper into it. Then you got the Generation Saga with the Max Sterling and all that stuff, which is also which is probably the second best one that most people enjoy with the Invid. Then you got the Shadow Chronicles that comes out much later. If you've ever watched that, it's really good. But anyways, $75, marked down from $250, which is a huge thing. please go get us support Robotech, even though only great people do it.
Oh, she saw the chat and she's waving the flag.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy.
Cool. I like
Happy
Robotech.
Pride.
I have one last one, and it's more I wanted input from the rest of you on. Did everybody see Megan? The latest.
No.
The movie. Yeah.
You
Oh,
haven't
no,
seen
yes,
Megan.
sorry, yes,
Okay,
yes,
did
yes,
you-
yes.
did
I
y'all
was
like
thinking
it?
Abigail.
I haven't seen it yet. No, it's
Cora,
one on
Megan?
my list.
No, dolls creep me out, even if
Okay.
they are robotic.
so-
They're making a sequel, right?
It was so
That's
stupid.
what I'm getting into,
It was so
so-
stupid. I loved it.
So we
It
are
was one of those
getting
like
a sequel.
super dumb,
I
campy. I
love
loved it.
those.
So we are getting a sequel in the Megan universe called
Okay.
Soulmate with an 8 for the A in there. Blah,
I
blah,
already know where we're going with this.
It is going to center a man who acquires an artificially intelligent android to cope with the loss of his recently deceased wife. In an attempt to create a truly sentient partner, he inadvertently turns a harmless love bot into a deadly soulmate.
A broken heart will
Okay,
do that.
first of all, have we seen? Oh boy! So
Yeah.
we've seen drama horror movies like this
Yes.
in the past.
Yes.
Fatal
Babadook.
Attraction. So.
Yes.
I do like that they're expanding on the Megan universe. That movie made 181 million box office, I think,
Yeah.
on a pretty low budget.
Smile was the same way, and they got a sequel coming
Let me
out.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, 181 million at the box office, and they are doing a sequel to that, Megan 2.0. But this other movie will be in that universe. James Wan and Jason Blum will produce Soulmate. Oh, look at Cass's eyes.
Did you
You
shift?
said the magic
Did you
word.
shift?
You said the magic name,
Uh-oh.
which is James Wan, one of my favorites.
Michael Clear and Judson Scott of Atomic Monster are going to executive produce.
Okay.
Alanya Glassdahl will oversee the project on behalf of Atomic Monster. So, yeah, Juan said, Soulmate is a thrilling and seductive addition to the Megan universe. Hold on. We're excited to partner with Kate to bring this story to life with her unique cinematic vision and point of view. Hold on, I'm sorry, I had that just a minute ago. But yeah, Kate Dolan, who did You're Not My Mother, is going to direct the film.
Okay.
So we're slated January 2nd, 2026. I like that the Megan universe is getting... I liked the first movie. I thought it was pretty good.
I've heard good things about it.
And to expand on the universe, yeah, bring it on. This is a good team attached to this movie.
I like it.
Like, if you didn't notice my cast member over here just dropping her pupils
So-
Yeah,
all
I
the way
noticed.
open.
I noticed.
Yeah.
So
James Wan, right now, you got credibility.
here's my thing.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
So Megan is a dumb, fun, stupid AI, whatever,
Horror
slightly
movie, yeah.
Chucky horror movie.
Yes.
James Wan is one of the directors that introduced this new age of horror, where we're focusing a little bit more on the heart and soul. He did The Conjuring.
Mhm.
He did Insidious.
Solid.
So if he's doing what I hope he's doing, he's going to add that soul into the horror. And a man trying to recreate
Is love.
Yeah.
I
is
like that.
such
I like that.
that
Very
heartbreaking.
Frankenstein
every-
monster kind
yeah,
of thing going on here.
Every great horror has grief, has
Emotional
sorrow,
ties.
has emotional
Yes.
ties, has that deep, sad longing in
Some
it.
humanity to
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That is how you make great horror.
Sure.
And so he, number one, absolutely has the potential. Number two, this story absolutely has the potential to be one of the great horror movies.
I handpicked this because I know I could do half of it, and Cass will finish off the other.
Cass would go immediately into like a deep
Take
dive
it
of
over.
like the fundamentals of horror. Yeah, this has the
I had to
potential.
do minimal work on this story.
You're 100% correct. This has the potential to be one of those great, heartbreaking, like the Babadook, heartbreaking horror movies. That is what James Wan does best. And so I'm very, very interested in this universe. And like AI is like a boogeyman.
It
at this
is
point.
right now, yes.
It is
Yeah.
the boogeyman, and to twist that into this heart-wrenching, just very deep, sorrowful thing could be very, very interesting.
Honestly, I do like the premise that I'm getting
I'm
laid
digging
out
it.
here.
I'm digging
And
it.
also looking at who's on this.
Yeah.
Solid.
I'm good.
Super solid.
Bring it on.
I'm down.
Soulmate coming in 2026.
Yeah.
Did we get through everything?
Yes, we
All right. Guys, yeah, that has been our show. Aaron, thank you for joining us again, man. We love
I
having
cannot
you
express how much I appreciate that y'all just send out the invite, the bat signal for lack of better words.
here. Literally, you're one of our favorite people to have on the
I
show.
appreciate y'all.
So we're always happy. Please come by more often.
I will try.
We will keep your seat warm.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway, that is it for us, guys. Go check out Super Cool Nerd Show. I have been posting more regularly on the site.
Yeah.
Please check out our Actually game at Dallas Fan
It
Expo.
was so stupid.
It was stupid. It took a lot of editing to get that done.
Yeah.
But honestly, I felt so satisfied when I got that one done. Shout out to our Five Sided Fates friends because they put a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
I was just happy that we were able to capture it and bring it to y'all. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Of course, we're going to have the shorts up this week. I do have more content that came out from DreamHack. I've got a couple videos still left from there. But yeah, like I said, we're on the road to San Diego Comic-Con, so please stay with the show. We're going to have so many announcements. We're already getting interview requests and parties that we're going to go to. It's going to be a great time. It is a normal San Diego Comic-Con. No strike, no COVID. We get to experience SDCC in its entirety. It's going to be awesome. So just stick with us for more of that coverage. Of course, follow us on all the socials at SCNS Live everywhere. Super Cool Nerd Show on TikTok. We've been putting all of our short videos up there. And go tell us what D&D character you would eat. Creature.
I mean, if you want to hear,
talked about fur
That was a
dogs.
Freudian. That was more of a Freudian slip.
I mean, if you want to hear what characters I would eat.
Look, we had some interest.
We know Vexalia.
Oh.
No, actually, I don't know the Critical Role characters that well. Like
So
that.
we've had some interesting comments on those videos about what monsters they would eat. So yeah,
That's so funny.
go check that out.
Alexis Jello. For
Oh
sure, for
no,
sure.
stop. If you want to follow us personally, you can follow me on all the socials at Jason the X.
You can find me Twitter and Instagram mostly at The Good Cast.
I don't exist.
Okay then.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Corodono Art.
You can find his clips here from the stuff he's talking
Mostly
about.
here.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is it, guys. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week. And as we always say around here, keep on nerding.
Don't eat spiders. I don't know what you're talking
What?
about in the chat.
Spiders? What? I hate spiders.
Oh wait, spiders. Don't eat spiders.
I don't like
I
spiders.
wonder how a drider tastes.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Where's the other button?